Welcome back to the Pursuit of Yappiness podcast.
Woohoo!
I'm Daytona.
I'm Michaela.
And this is a podcast where we have...
And you listen. Are you sure you're Daytona? Because you didn't seem fully confident about that.
I know. It's been a long week.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh. I know. I'm tired. But it's fine. Everything is fine. We got microphone stands, so we're figuring that out, which is very exciting.
Finally moving up in the world.
I know.
Although mine keeps falling, so I think I might end up just having to hold it anyway.
How are we?
Pretty good.
Yeah.
We went to an open mic last night.
Yes, indeed we did.
We were there for 100
8
hours.
years.
No, it was like 5 hours realistically.
Yeah, because we got there at 6:30 and we left at
11.
like 11. Yeah.
There were a lot of people who were really bad.
It was an interesting crowd. Each
set felt like it lasted for a year.
It was interesting because to me, like, open mic etiquette is usually like, you play 1 to 2 songs. Mm-hmm. At this open mic, everyone was playing at least 3. And I was just like, girls, what are we doing? Like,
it went on for a long time.
Really, really long time. It was kind of crazy. So,
yeah.
But
at the end, the person who was in charge of it wanted Daytona to play a gig for them. So
that was pretty exciting. Yeah. Pretty exciting. She was like, wait, before you leave, don't go. And she wrote down her email on a piece of receipt paper and gave it to me and was like, please email me. I would like to book you for a show here. And I was like, me? Little old me.
Yeah, and all of our friends that were with us were all like, yes, Daytona, we've been trying to tell you. You really are actually good. And she was like, what? Are you sure? I can't believe this is happening. And we were like, we've been telling you forever.
How am I to know? Yeah. Yep. Well, hey, it worked out. And
it did.
I'm pleased.
It was worth it that we were there forever because, you got something out of it.
Yes, exactly. So, it was worth it.
The song about soup will live rent free in my brain.
I still, I'm trying to remember it, and I am having a hard time.
They talked a lot about lentils and beans.
Miso. Yes, miso. I remember them just shouting, miso. And I was just like, all
soup.
Right.
They really liked soup. And there was a harmonica for that song.
Was a harmonica.
Yeah, it was something. It was like nothing I had ever seen before.
Yeah. They really got that down. They got the shock factor down.
Yeah, they did. And I was like, for all those people that I was like, wow, this is really bad. But they were just up there having a great time. I was like, hey, props to you that you just are out here to have fun and you don't care what anyone thinks
what
about
can
you.
I say?
We need more of that in the world anyway.
Yeah.
So whatever.
Just full unhinged.
Yes. Yeah. And the chicken tendies were fire.
So good. Those were
ranch dry rub chicken tendies.
Good ass tendies.
They were so good.
They were banging. They were really good.
So
and the fries were very good.
The fries were also tasty, yeah.
Yeah. So highly recommend. Not gonna necessarily tell you. Well, I guess it's technically on my public Instagram where I was performing, but it's fine. Yeah. So it's interesting performing at open mics because you go into it and again, it's very low stakes. Everybody is there. It's not like it's an audience who have come there to see you. Most of the people in the quote unquote audience are other performers.
Right.
And so it's the bar is low, I guess I should say.
Yeah, the stakes are low.
Yes, the stakes are low, and I think the bar of what is considered good is very broad. So
broad is generous.
Yeah. I mean, they're not all like that. This one in particular, though, is known for being a little
jank.
Eclectic.
Okay.
Anyway, yeah, so it was fun. Thank you for coming with me.
Yeah, sure.
Being my videographer.
Yeah. So we watched the SNL skit.
The episode, yes, with Connor's story.
Yeah. Is it called a skit? No, that's just
no. The skit is like the individual things.
SNL episode.
Yes.
I know what I'm talking about.
With the legendary Connor story.
Yes, legendary, as in he's been famous for all of 6 months.
Hey, I mean, he's a legend.
Yeah.
I will say. He's very good at what he does, and he's hilarious, and I love him. So, in terms of celebrities, I really like him, like a lot.
Yeah, him and Hudson. I it's like we were talking about before, like just their genuine joy.
Yeah,
is very contagious.
Yes,
and like how excited they get for each other.
Yes.
To do things.
Right.
But yeah, SNL. I don't know what it is. I just like some of it was funny, but most of the time when I was laughing, it was from like uncomfortableness. Like,
yeah, it's a very specific type of humor.
Yeah,
it's odd. It's odd to say the least.
Yeah, and a lot of it I feel is like, especially the sort of current events related stuff. The laughter is kind of a nervous, like, should I be laughing at this kind of laughter? Which I guess in is its own type of humor.
Right.
But,
right.
I don't know. It makes me a bit uncomfortable. Honestly, I think my favorite part of this was the like preview sketch that they did with the accent wars.
Oh yes,
that was the funny. That was the best part.
Hilarious. Yeah, no, that was so good. Just Connor's story showing off all the various accents that he can do.
Yeah, and then also the part where he was like, I wanted to find a family-friendly clip of he did Rivalry, and it's just him saying, okay.
Okay. To be fair, there's lots of
there's lots more, but
I just,
it was funny that
it was a joke.
Yeah.
Yes, obviously. It was very good. Yeah, and I thought it was very sweet that Hudson made a cameo also.
Yeah, it was very sweet. I was actually kind of surprised that he showed up because they've been so public about like having individual careers apart from each other and making sure that it's not always the two of them attached at the hip.
Right.
But he was there, but he didn't talk.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah. I mean, he was there for like 2 seconds. But the cheers in the audience were I mean, they had to
went on for like 5 minutes.
The actual skit to allow the cheering, which is very cool. I know. I was seeing social media posts of people because, like, do you know how SNL works and how?
No.
Okay.
Not even a little.
So to like go, you have to win like a ticket lottery, basically, or you have to like know a cast member who can like get you in. It's very exclusive. But the day of, there's a certain amount of tickets that are released, and there are people who travel hundreds of miles to stand in a line like overnight basically to be in like the wait list line for
Are you talking about to be in the audience?
Yes, to be in the audience.
Okay. I was like, this is how they pick the people that are going to be in the show?
No, to be in the audience.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. I've always wanted to go just because I think it would be fun. But
I would be really curious I'm always very curious to see how all the behind the scenes stuff works.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I love behind the scenes, just content, like the stuff that they put on the Netflix documentaries about how they make certain shows and movies and whatever, and like the behind the scenes parts of the director's cut of Lord of the Rings, like all those kinds of things I think are really cool and interesting. Like I was saying a couple episodes ago, some of my favorite parts of like the heated rivalry quote unquote fandom is the fact that all the people who worked on the show talk about all the stuff that they did. I find it fascinating.
Yes.
So yeah, it would be cool to be there just to see like how the set works and like how the people like change the scenes and the outfits and whatever. I don't know how much of that you can see just from being the audience and how much of it is like...
I definitely think you can probably see a lot more than when
I mean,
it's on
even
TV.
the streaming version of it has a lot, like they sort of pull the camera back out and you can see the set.
Yes.
Like the part where they were supposed to be on an ice rink and they were really roller skating.
Yeah.
That was funny.
Yeah. So I was like, there's no way that they're actually ice skating right now, obviously.
Well, I just assumed they went to an ice rink. Like I didn't realize they had to do the whole thing on a set.
Oh, yeah.
And I did have a brief thought where I was like, it's funny that all these people know how to ice skate. And then I was like, wait a minute. They literally are in a hockey show.
Yeah. It's in an okay spot.
It just feels like I'm like,
oh. I think it's still picking you up even from where you are.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just don't want to be hunching.
Yeah, of course.
I have enough of a shrimp pose as it is.
I know, same.
My shoulders are not in good shape.
I'm constantly hunched. I'm going to have a hunchback.
Yeah.
Or
literally.
I'm going to be a hunchback. What's the proper term?
I think it's be a hunchback. You'd have to ask a hunchback and see which term they prefer. I'm not sure.
Or are they a person with a hunchback? I'm sorry. Anyways, I'm allowed to make that
podcast
joke.
is going to be tagged irreverent.
That's such a stupid joke, but I can't stop laughing now. Anyways. Oh my gosh.
I've killed her. She's dead.
Anyways, oh my gosh, I'm crying. I have tears streaming down my face. Anyways,
yesterday that was happening. I literally, you know how when you see a funny post and you send it to your friend and you're like, I'm LOLing or I'm crying or whatever. You're not really. All you did was go, pat, and then you send it.
Yes.
No. Yesterday. Or maybe it was 2 days ago.
Oh, the Scottish tweets.
Yes. I was reading Scottish tweets. Scottish Twitter, everyone. If you haven't, Google it because it is hilarious. I was literally laughing out loud like we were just doing for 10 straight minutes. Like I couldn't stop. There were tears rolling down my cheeks. It just kills me. It hits my funny bone exactly the right way, and it's so good. And then last night, after we came home from the open mic, I'm laying in bed, and I happened to see a couple more, and I started laughing, and my husband was like half asleep, and he goes, babe, are you looking at Scottish Twitter again?
It's very funny. I also really liked the post that you were sending me of Benoit Blanc.
Oh my gosh. Yes, where they like spell out his phonetic southern accent.
Yes. Oh my gosh. And like saying specifically, I have to find one of them because they were so funny. Let's see. Oh my gosh, we send so many things back and forth.
I know. And it's like 95% heated rivalry content.
I know. Okay, wait. Ugh.
And
all right.
So what you're telling me is that this confounding mosquito is of an utmost importance in the untangling and producing of this here dino DNA? Sweet beans, life does have a way of, finding a way.
Yeah.
And they like write these tweets or posts or whatever out like phonetically so that you can't help but read them in his accent.
Right, I know.
Oh, gosh.
Like, this one, do you think Benoit Blanc was written to be Southern, or do you think Daniel Craig just walked into the audition? And what was the overheard conversation from the Nazi child in the bathroom? Oh, yeah. It's good.
There's the one that's the reference to Lord of the Rings. And 9 to the race of men who above all else desire what? Power. Precisely. But they were all of them deceived, for another ring was made.
Another? Oh, it's so good.
The one where it says Benoit Blanc getting ratatouille'd. My God, this creature. Well, this rat, he's controlling my every move like I'm some sort of puppet. This infernal rodentia moving me against my will. But I'd be lying if I said I didn't want to see where this goes. Oh man, yeah. It gets me. Something about like phonetically writing out somebody's accent. That's the common thread between this and Scottish
and the
Twitter.
Scottish Twitter. Yes. It's so writing funny. Out the accent specifically. Yes. So good. So good. Okay, but speaking of heated revelry content, I have to put this out there as something that I noticed that I did not see on the internet so that I can be given credit if this becomes real. So, in The Long Game, which is the sequel to the Heated Rivalry book, yes, there's
a whole plot line where Shane is trying to learn Russian.
Right.
So that Ilya can, like, properly express himself. It's very cute.
Right.
They learn, like, phrases. He learns phrases like, I love you and all that stuff. And there's a scene where it says, Ilya smiled at the photo of teenage Shane, and then he, in quotes, it has the Russian for I love you. And then Shane replies with a different phrase. I'm not going to try to pronounce it because I will butcher it. But I put it into, because he says a different phrase, and then Ilya says, show off. So I put it into Google Translate to figure out what it actually means.
Yeah.
And it literally translates to I will always be your moon.
Right.
And I looked it up, and it's apparently in Russian, it's a common phrase that you use to say I love you, but that's what it literally means. And the song from the show is called My Moon, My Man.
My Moon, My Man.
I was like, wow, they really did a thing. They really did a deep dive.
The soundtrack to that show is so good.
Yeah.
I love it so much.
Yeah. The Wolf Parade, is that what it's called?
Yes.
Wolf Parade song.
I'll believe in anything.
It does so much heavy lifting. They play it like 4 times.
Much heavy lifting. But every time it gets me.
It slaps. Yeah.
Like, especially, oh my gosh. Like, I literally was crying when it plays and when, like, Scott and Kip, like, when it starts playing and you're like, oh my gosh, he's really about to do it. He's gonna do it. Like, it just, it's so good.
But yeah, I read a whole long post about how that song, like musically evaluating how that song is used, and it was really interesting. I don't remember the details, but anyway, we need to do at least one episode without talking about heated rivalry.
No, never. Never.
Back to the SNL skit. They talked about Punch the Monkey.
Yes.
And I had that on my list before we watched it to talk about today.
I am completely out of the loop on this.
So basically there was a monkey in the Ichikawa City Zoo in Japan.
Okay.
It was a baby Japanese macaque that was rejected by its mother for whatever reason.
Okay.
It happens with wild animals. Sometimes they just like abandon their children.
Right.
And there were these pictures of him that went viral because the zookeeper gave him a orangutan stuffed animal.
Right.
Which is why in the sketch he like is holding a giant teddy bear or whatever.
Right.
And after he was rejected, he struggled to bond. I'm reading an article from bbc.com. He struggled to bond with the other monkeys in his zoo's enclosure and had only the company of his human keepers and the stuffed toy. And then they started getting worried about him, that he wasn't going to thrive. And then he started doing grooming behaviors on the stuffed animal, which is very important for, like, you know, social connection for monkeys. Yeah. So they said it's been great to see him starting to groom, because that's the key way that these primates can start to build up friendships. So the pictures of him with the orangutan toy went viral because they were so cute.
Yes.
And the orangutan is like the same size as him. Yeah. So he was like snuggling with it and stuff like that. Yeah, it was just like very adorable.
Yeah, I saw that. Because they showed that picture on Weekend Update on SNL. So yeah.
Yeah, so it's not a very long, detailed story, but that was one of the things I was going to talk about because I thought it was very cute.
Yeah, that's cute and also sad.
Yeah.
Speaking of, this is not, anyways, it's an interesting segue. Stick with me. Speaking of moms and having babies.
Okay.
So I've been watching Love is Blind on Netflix, which is the show where basically there's like a group of women and a group of men, and they go on literal blind dates, as in they're in these like conversation pod. They call them the pods.
Oh boy.
And they can't see each other.
Okay.
And so there's 6 days of just these like blind dates, and you spend like 2 hours like talking to someone.
Wow.
And like the first day is like speed dating sort of thing, and then you kind of get to choose like who you want to keep talking to, and you can have like longer dates with them. And by the end of the 6 days, you have to propose. And so then once you propose, and if your fiance says yes, then you get to see them in real life, and then they send the contestants, I guess it's not really a game show, I don't know, they send the couples, the participants, they send the couples off on like a vacation. It's always somewhere like tropical. Like I think they went to somewhere in Mexico. And everyone who's on the show lives in the same city, or at least in the same state. So this season they're all from Ohio.
Okay.
And they're all of varying ages, but I think the youngest I've seen on the show is like 25, and the oldest I've seen is like 40 maybe.
Okay.
But yeah, so Jake and I have been making predictions as to who's actually going to make it to the end, because after the vacation, so they go on the vacation for like a week, and then they come back home and they start wedding planning, and they, you know, live together, and then they have to have like a wedding.
I feel like this whole process is backwards.
I agree. It's crazy. But it's very entertaining. And I'm like, ooh, glad it's not me. But anyway, there are multiple couples where the woman is like, yeah, I'm not so sure about having kids, but the man is like, I'm gonna convince you, basically.
Ugh,
and it's so gross.
That gives me the ick.
Same. And it's like, what is with the cultural like phenomenon, if you will, of trying to convince other people to have children? Just in general, like not even necessarily like two people within a relationship, but like people are always trying to encourage women to get pregnant. It is mind-boggling to me as someone who has 2 beautiful girls who I love dearly. I would never in a million years, if someone is on the fence about having children, I would say don't do it. Like, because I'm not gonna be the person that's like, just have a baby, like, or like, what's one more, like, you know. And I went to a mom's night gathering recently.
Oh boy.
And I was saying how I'm like, I want to like permanently close the factory. Yeah. And they were like, oh, you say that, but just you wait. And I'm like, what do you mean, just you wait? No. There will not be any just you waiting.
Just you wait for what?
Exactly. I know. I'm like, I'm not going to change my mind. Like, I do not want more children.
Or are they saying just you wait until you accidentally get pregnant again?
I think so. Like, yes.
Ew.
Yes.
Gross.
And I just, it's just like mind blowing to me because, again, like, have you heard the term breeding kink? I think people have that.
Yes.
And it's just normalized.
Yeah.
Out in the open.
It's in a lot of romance books. Sometimes it'll be like on the Stuff My Kindle, that'll be like one of the tags that I try to avoid. Yeah, it's pretty gross.
Yeah. And I guess it's like, obviously I think that's like it is like a real thing, but I guess the more socially acceptable version of it is just people who are so obsessed with being pregnant, other people being pregnant. And like, don't get me wrong, as someone who is a doula and who would like to be a midwife someday, like, I find pregnancy and birth fascinating, and I think it's incredible. It's an amazing process. But again, never in a million years would I ever be like, girl, just do it. Like, get pregnant, you know?
Yeah. Well, that's because you have like
traumatic pregnancies.
Well, that. But I was going to say, like, you have foresight and like long vision into the future of like the consequences that will have for your life. I feel like most people don't think about that. They just are like, OMG, it's cute. But like they don't actually think about what
you're
it
raising
means.
A whole ass human being.
Yeah.
Like,
well, that's the other thing, is that a lot of people don't view babies and children as humans. They view them as property and commodities. Right. Which is unfortunate. Pets, and basically. Very sad. But yeah, and it's subconscious a lot of the time. Yeah. Like, people don't realize that's how they think about it. Right. But yeah, it's not the same.
No.
Like, casual decision as deciding how many slices of pizza to eat.
Precisely. Or how many cookies you're gonna eat.
Right, exactly.
As a callback to, maybe that was like our first episode. It was one of the first. Anyway, yeah. And also, like, especially within a relationship too, of like, why would you marry someone if you are like, no, having kids is the most important thing to me, and the other person is like, I'm not so sure. Like, why they're not for you. Like, there's someone else out there for you. Like,
anytime you have to like hardcore convince someone to do something, especially something with such high stakes, the answer is no. Because then your whole relationship is just gonna be filled with resentment and strife and awfulness.
It's horrible. It's crazy. But yeah, that show, it's insane. But I love it. I love to watch it. And the crazy like love triangles that have happened on this show, it's wild.
I feel like even not just reality TV, like actual like shows and movies, I want to see more representation of people who don't want to have kids and then they don't have them.
And then they don't actually have them. There's no accidental pregnancy. They're not convinced of like, oh, I will have a family after all. Like,
right. Or like a lot of the time what happens is the storyline is like, you know, rebellious, independent young woman who doesn't want kids because she wants to stick it to the man, and then she meets Mr. Right and then is like,
and then she
JK, I'm fine with it now because I met the person for me.
Right.
And it's like, okay, but that's not really how it works.
No.
Like,
no.
You can still have opinions even if you find Mr. Right.
Yeah, just because you're married doesn't mean that you're no longer human.
Right, exactly. And I feel like that's being a straight white Christian woman. That's we need more representation in media.
Yeah, it's true.
Just because, whenever I see that, it just gives me the ick. Like every time, I'm just like, this isn't realistic, first of all, but also it gives a bad impression of like every woman out there who doesn't want kids just needs to get the correct situation and they'll change their mind.
Again, it all comes back to the breeding king. It's like, oh, I am just sexy enough that this woman will want to have my babies, you know? Like, she doesn't want babies, but she'll want mine, you know? It's like... Yeah.
Or like the only reason that she didn't want them in the first place is because she was like, you know, rebelling and going through something.
Right.
And then like once she figures herself out, then she realizes that that's really the best choice for her.
Right. Right. And when the reality is having children is not the best choice for everyone.
No, like, absolutely not.
So, yeah.
Yeah, and then also there's always the accidental pregnancy trope. I'm so over it.
Yeah.
Even if the person like is fine with being a mother and like it's not like, OMG, I'm never doing this, but just the accidental pregnancy story in general is, first of all, it's completely overdone. It's predictable at this point.
Yeah.
But also every time it happens in media, I feel like there's maybe 1% of the time where the reactions from the characters and the fallout are realistic.
Mm-hmm. Have you ever seen Juno?
No.
It's a weird movie, but it's a good movie. It's a teenager who and she gets pregnant and goes through this whole journey, but it's like a coming of age movie. It's an interesting watch. It's like early 2000s, I think. But I felt like the characters' reactions was what you might expect of someone who's actually going through an unplanned pregnancy.
I see.
But yeah, I don't know. I feel that in media, unplanned pregnancies are never like realistic in the sense that, I don't know, it's like, what did you think was going to happen? Like, it's one thing when they happen because of like extenuating you know, something that you actually were not trying to have a baby and you had one anyway, versus like, oh, we had sex and now I'm pregnant. It's like, well, yeah, like, you know.
Yeah, I think about it a lot in like cop shows and sort of detective procedurals, because what always happens is there's a main female character and there's the love interest, and they like will they won't they forever, and then they finally get together, and then eventually she accidentally gets pregnant, and then they have to decide if they're gonna like stay together, whatever. And then she's like, do I keep the baby, do I get rid of the baby? And then she always ends up keeping the baby, which first of all, not realistic. But whether it's like, do I get an abortion or do I give this baby up for adoption, whatever, they always end up keeping it because that's the most dramatic choice they can make for the show. But then the problem is there isn't enough screen time for you to be a mother and a detective at the same time. So then they always just magically have enough money for childcare. Or like a mom who takes care of their kid for them. And so then the kid is barely even in the show anyway. And so then it's like, what was the whole point of this whole side plot? And it just bothers me because realistically, you wouldn't be able to afford daycare on a cop salary. Like, that's just the way it is. But the salary of public servants is always misrepresentative. Like in 911, there's no way that a firefighter married to a cop could afford their like giant mansion that they get built.
It's crazy. I mean, he was like the chief.
Still,
yeah.
In LA?
Or the fact that like all of the characters have like nice places to live.
Nice
like
houses.
Really nice houses.
Yeah.
And it's just like, huh.
I know.
Last I knew, firefighters and EMTs were making like $20 an hour.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, not good. Not house ownership prices. Certainly not in Los Angeles.
Right. Yeah, and one of them is like a firefighter and a 911 phone operator, and they have 2 kids who just like magically have daycare, whatever. And I don't know. It's the same problem with shows and movies that take place during high school, and they always just have like infinite time to lounge around in the hallways.
I know.
And, like not be doing anything.
I know.
And, like, talking to each other.
I'm like, I was in the school that I went to. It wasn't huge or anything, but there were times where my classes were on opposite sides of the building. And you're like sprinting. And I'm literally like running. I'm like, there was no like chatting, having snap dance fights, like, lounging in bean bags. Like they always have such nice hangout areas in their schools, and I'm like, we go to school in like the Soviet bloc in America. Like, nobody's schools are this comfortable. No. Or like, like just meeting up in the library. I'm like, you have like just free time to like go hang out in the library. I know. Like,
and nobody is like shushing you or telling you like go back to class.
I know. Makes no sense.
I know. Also, there's no like security guards and police officers.
Yeah, literal
like
police
prowling
officers
around the hallways.
Oh my gosh, yeah. No.
I don't know. And I understand. I'm not stupid that like these are plot devices.
Yes.
And like in order to have a show, we have to have unrealistic background things going on. Like fine. But I don't know. Represent what it's really like to go to school in America.
Yeah.
In media, maybe. I don't know.
It might be a little dark, but
well, people need to know.
I know. Yeah.
That, and my biggest pet peeve when I watch shows and movies is that they never eat the food that's in front of them.
Yeah.
They never eat it. In Sherlock, there's a scene where they like go to chase the taxi driver and they leave like their fully uneaten food on the table.
Plate.
It is my biggest pet peeve. And
like they couldn't have like scraped it off into a trash can like to show that it was eaten.
Right, to show that it was eaten, or like, they take it to go or something.
Yeah, right.
It's my biggest pet peeve ever, and honestly I think that's the number one rean why I'm such a Connor Story fan.
I know, because he actually ate the pasta. And he was like, I had like 20 plates of pasta. Yeah.
I wonder if he had a stomachache after that.
I'm sure he did, especially if you don't eat gluten or carbs on a regular basis. Yeah. He was probably bloated AF. Like, yeah. And he either shat his brains out or was completely backed up. No in between. Connor Story, if you're listening, please send us an email, yappinespot@gmail.com. We want to know what your digestion was like post pasta eating.
That's very funny.
We would love to have you on the podcast.
Literally anybody, please reach out to us, because we've gotten one email to the podcast email so far, and it was just a dude trying to sell us crap.
I meant to
so
text you about that. I was like, did you see this? I saw an email and I was like, oh. And then I was like, oh.
I know.
It's just a guy talking about like marketing.
Yeah.
And I was like, no.
No.
I do all the marketing here.
Obviously, you haven't listened to the podcast, or you would know that there's no marketing to be had here. That's not our brand. That's not how we roll.
I would like to market it more, but who has time
not
for
some
that.
dude named Michael.
No. Absolutely not. Certainly not a dude named Michael.
Dudes named Michael are not our brand.
It's true. Not a big fan of dudes named Michael.
Apparently, a fun fact for you that I just learned. You know how on 911 at the beginning, there's Michael and Athena?
Yeah.
Her husband, who turns out to be gay.
Right.
He's like in the show still for the first like 4 or 5 seasons, I think, at least. He hangs around because he's like the kid's dad.
Yeah,
he's a side character.
Young, right.
He gets together with somebody else, whatever. And then eventually he and his new husband like moved to Costa Rica to do some charity work or something.
Oh.
His husband's a doctor. I don't remember. There's an earthquake and he's an architect, so he wants to like help rebuild. And he leaves the show. And then there were a couple moments where I was like when Bobby dies and like there's stuff going on with Harry, it was kind of like, I wonder why Michael's not in these scenes, because it would make sense for his character to be here.
The actor die?
The actor got fired during COVID because he's an anti-vaxxer. Which I thought was hilarious.
Yeah. Oof.
I was like, maybe they just didn't want to bother to bring him back for like one scene or whatever. No, turns out he's crazy.
Ooh. Well, happens.
Yeah. I know.
Ugh, man. We've been playing Stardew Valley.
Oh, yes. Listeners, I've converted another one. Daytona had no idea what she was signing up for when she agreed to play
I
with
love
me.
it. I think it's so fun. I've been meaning to ask you, I don't know what the etiquette is. Am I allowed to play on our farm?
Oh, yeah.
Without you? Okay.
Yeah.
Because I definitely did, and I was like, am I allowed to be doing this? Is this like watching a show with like without the person that you usually watch the show with?
If I hadn't already watched 400 hours of the show, maybe it would be different.
Okay. Fair.
But I have played this game so much.
Okay.
So you can feel free.
Perfect.
Have a blast.
Great.
But yeah, it's my favorite game of all time. I only play like 4 games. I'm not what you would call a gamer girl because I get stressed very easily. So I can't have any game that involves like shooting at me or things attacking.
Pew pews, as the Instagram influencers call it.
Yeah, no, I can't have any of that. My strategy when I played through God of War was to put it on absolute easy mode and shoot everything as Atreus from afar, so I didn't have to get too close to the baddies. Drives my husband crazy. But yeah, so I don't play a lot of games. Stardew Valley is my absolute top favorite. Flawless game, no notes. And there have been some recent updates that have come out, including you can now romance Clint and Sandy.
Yes. I have been seeing some things of people's opinions about how Clint would be as a spouse.
Clint is... I'm not a fan of Clint. He reminds me of like... What's the name for those men on the internet who are like, oh, women hate me. It's all a conspiracy to like
incels?
Oh, yeah. That's what he reminds me of.
Oh gosh.
But like a sad, soppy version of that. Because he always, like, whenever you interact with him, he always is like, oh, well, she'd never go for a guy like me, but and it's like, maybe it's just because you're sad and like lame. I don't know.
Yeah. I am still like trying to figure out who I'm trying to romance. I'm really just trying to romance anyone at this point, but specifically got my eyes on Elliot and Abigail.
Yeah.
So
Porcano Los Dos.
Porcano Los Dos. So wait, are you allowed to be married to multiple people?
No, you can't marry more than one person, but you can romance more than one person and like get to maximum friendship hearts with them.
Okay.
But you can only ask one person to marry you.
Okay, that makes sense. So it does not The game does not support polygamy.
No.
But it does support polyamory.
Yeah. Because there's like, you talk to people, interact with them, do missions for them, give them gifts.
Right.
That like increases your friendship level with them. And then when you get to a certain number of hearts with the person, you can give them a bouquet of flowers to ask them to be your girlfriend or boyfriend.
Oh.
You can do that with multiple people.
Okay.
And then when you get even more hearts after that, then you can ask them to marry you.
I see.
So in my current solo playthrough, this is like my 4th or 5th one. So I've already done a bunch of individual romances, but I was like, okay, it's time to try to 100% the game. I want to do like unlock all the cutscenes, unlock all the recipes. So I started. I think I've given bouquets to almost everyone in town.
That's
I think
incredible.
I only have 2 or 3 people left that I need to get more hearts with.
Yeah.
But I have not asked anybody to marry me yet. And I once read a thing that if you do that, if you like have multiple boyfriends and girlfriends and you go into the saloon on a certain day, there's like certain criteria that you need to hit to trigger this cutscene, but you can start a cutscene where they confront you about the fact that you're dating multiple people. Gosh. And if you're carrying a rabbit's foot in your inventory when you trigger it, then they're all fine with it because it's like good luck, you know? So but if you're not carrying one, then they all get mad at you. So ever since I started that playthrough, I've been carrying a rabbit's foot in my inventory just in case.
That's pretty incredible. That's so funny. I keep getting reels about Stardew Valley, and there's one person specifically who does like voices for all of the characters, and it's really funny because the voice that they did for Elliot was very funny. They were like, "Oh, you must be the new farmer everyone has been talking about," and I was just like, oh my gosh.
He's very much got like a Shakespearean theater actor vibe.
Right.
Yeah, it's the hair.
Yeah. When I first saw him, I was like, oh, it's Lucian from Agatar.
Yeah.
I was like, he looks like he belongs in the Autumn Court.
It's because he's got long red hair.
I know. Yep.
Yeah, my very first playthrough, I romanced Alex the jock because he was the easiest in terms of like the gifts that he liked were easy to find.
Right.
But it was a mistake because he put up football wallpaper in my house when we got married.
It's horrible.
So don't do that.
Horrible.
And then
as if that's what like grown adult men who like sports do. They're like, I'm gonna put up football wallpaper like I'm 5.
I think it was like in real life it would be like they'd put up a trophy case or like a poster or something.
Right. Which is still like but I personally wouldn't go for it, but also
in real life I would never go for the town jock. Absolutely not. Those muscles would have to be really, really good for me to even look twice.
Oh my gosh.
Especially because every time you talk to him, he says something about like eating lots of protein. Or
or how he was the quarterback in high school or whatever. Like, and I'm like, okay, dude, like we get it.
Your heyday is passed on.
Yeah.
At least Elliot has hobbies. He's like writing a book and he writes poetry.
He's a poet.
Yeah.
Pretty romantic.
Leah likes to do sculpture.
Yeah, exactly. And Abigail's in a band.
And she eats rocks.
She does? What was it? Wait. The quote. It was like, Elisa Liu taught me that or the girl with the striped hair, like
you can still be an absolute baddie
and be quirked up or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's Abigail. You can still be a baddie, be a little quirked up.
Yeah. I'm trying to think what other. Oh, Sebastian works on his motorcycle.
Hey, wait, really? Right.
Oh,
that
Elliot's got competition.
That changes things. Because here's the thing. I feel that if Tamsin, pivoting to our D&D campaign, I feel that if he lived in present day, he would have a motorcycle.
1,000%, yes. And he would know how to fix it himself.
Absolutely.
He would have restored it from like an antique shop where it was like just the husk of a motorcycle.
I'm blushing. But my husband will never ride a motorcycle because it is so dangerous.
Yeah. Yeah, those are two things that I've absolutely forbidden my husband from doing.
Too.
Riding a motorcycle and smoking.
Yeah, I was like, you will never in a million years.
I told him he's allowed to take up smoking a pipe as a hobby after I'm dead. Because his dad smokes a pipe, and he doesn't really care that much, but it's like an intellectual like interest. And so I was like, okay, after I'm dead, go ahead.
Yeah. I don't know. I just think smoking is yucky.
It is.
It's just yucky.
And I've had a headache all day, and I think it's because at the open mic, it smelled like weed so bad.
Yeah, it was strong. It was strong.
Got in my pores and poisoned me.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I don't know. Something about the idea. Again, it's the idea behind like the bad boy, even though I married the absolute opposite of that. Because I don't think I would want that in real life.
Oh no, absolutely not.
I need safety. Well, I guess they offer safety. Anyways, we're not going to dive into it too deeply.
But Tamsin is a reformed bad boy. He
is,
used to get into trouble.
Yeah.
He used to be on the wrong side of the law, and now he's got his act cleaned up.
Yeah,
but he
still likes to get into a little bit of mischief.
Right, but not like illegal things.
Right, sometimes.
But he still has the tattoos from when he was a rebellious bad boy. So, best of both worlds.
Precisely. I do love a tattoo. As many as possible, I say.
It's not on the face.
No, not on the face.
Face tattoos are not cute.
No. We're like, neck. It depends. There's this show called, we've gone on so many tangents today. People are going to listen to this and be like, are they okay? Anyways, they
should be used to it by now.
I know. There's a show called Good Girls, and it's weird. It's like a dark comedy, I would say. Basically, if you've never watched it, it's a group of 3 moms, and they somehow get caught up in this like money laundering like thing, and there's like this crazy like gang boss crime lord guy. His name is Rio, and him and like the main character mom, and she's like soccer mom, like
right,
head of the PTA, like just this suburban white lady. But they have like the hots for each other kind of, but he has a neck tattoo, and he's handsome, like, and he definitely has this like obviously very bad boy, like he's not even morally gray, he's just like
a criminal.
And so it's he like kidnaps them multiple times, like it's a crazy show. It's very good though. I actually really enjoyed it. But the whole show, the plot is not about like them. I don't even think they actually ever even like do anything. It's just kind of like a tension, if you will.
Will they, won't they?
But yeah,
honestly, that's fine. I love a good will they, won't they, but when they do, it always ruins it.
I feel like it's never done right. So we talked about so many things.
Yep. And also we're at war with Iran, so that's cool.
Hey, You know, it's...
I don't really have a lot to say about that, but I felt like it needed to be mentioned.
Yeah. Pour one out for the USA, I guess.
Should have been done years ago, honestly.
Not start a war with Iran, but
no,
pouring one out.
Because all hope is lost.
Yes. Indeed.
Gosh, no, I'm not.
No, I know. I was just clarifying.
Oh, that would have been awkward.
Michaela comes out as a fascist. Pro-war, pro-Trump fascist.
Wouldn't that be a twist? Wouldn't that be a plot twist? Wow.
I would be like,
That's how you know I've been replaced by an alien clone.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
I feel like there would also be other signs, but that would be a pretty major one.
It's like, you know, oh my gosh, they're like TLC, a TLC show. Like, I accidentally became a fascist, or surprise, surprise, I'm fascist.
My life is an alien clone.
Oh my gosh.
It's like My Strange Addiction, but
yes,
My Strange Belief System.
Yeah.
They have guests from all kinds of weird cults coming on there. Yeah. I just don't forget, there's that guy who started escaping MAGA organization.
Yes.
So it's happening.
It is happening.
I found this kind of is a poem, I guess, but it kind of talks about like the things that we've been talking about, where it's like, you know, you just feel so much grief for everything that's going on, but you don't know how to sort of get it out, or like you feel like there is so much that needs to be done that it's like overwhelming.
Yes.
That kind of a feeling. It's called All That Wanting, Right? By Devin Kelly. I want a poem to come out of my sadness, but no poem came. I wanted a revolution to come out of my burnout, but no revolution came. I wanted a bird to fly through my open window, but my window was closed. I wanted sun on an evening when it was already dark. I wanted just a bit of grief rather than despair. And in my shame, I wanted my childhood back. I wanted to walk backward out of the room where I kept my secrets. I wanted to say, I'm hurt, before my hurt became a character trait I told no one but myself. When I wanted unknowing, I was given certainty, and when I wanted the hard and fixed line, I was given mystery. Sometimes I wanted to give it all back, but to who, I wondered, and how? I wanted a life to come out of my life, but instead I was left with my life. All that wanting, I think now, and still I woke this morning to light and the memory of the time a bird did fly through the open window of my apartment, and, scared and senseless, shat all over the couch before leaving. All that wanting, right? Sometimes it happens, and sometimes it doesn't, and sometimes it happens worse. Make do, little friend, I call myself. Walk backward out of the room you have made out of your wanting into the room of where you are. The poem is here, the revolution too, and love still in the evening when the light still shines. I just really like that.
Yeah.
'Cause it's true, like we just feel all this longing for like things that can never be, or things that feel like they should be, and then we get this instead.
Right.
And it's just so overwhelming and hard to deal with.
Well, and I think there's definitely a grief process. I mean, when you're a kid, you think, oh, I'm going to grow up and I'm going to have a house and I'm going to have this, that, and the other thing. And, or, you know, a lot of people who are currently single, they're like, oh, I wanted to have like a partner, a spouse, or whatever, like someone, or, you know, people who were hoping that they could have the job they wanted, or the schooling they want. Like, just there's such a grieving process because the world is not as it should be at the moment.
Right. Especially growing up, late 90s, early 2000s, it was very much like, you can be whatever you want.
Yeah,
you can have
American
whatever
dream.
you want. And that's what we were taught. Like, as long as you go to college, you'll be able to afford anything you want to do.
Yes.
And suddenly, well, maybe not suddenly, but it's not like that
American
anymore.
dream is dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's tragic, and everything is way more complicated than they made us believe it would be.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the world is run by fascist tyrants. So, it's just
fascist,
it's a lot more
pedophiles. Yeah.
Yeah. And also, like, we were raised to believe in the justice system and the balance of the three branches of government, checks and balances, separation of church and state, all of those things, and they've all just kind of come crumbling down.
Yeah. It's like, oh, okay. I guess these didn't exist after all. Maybe the checks and balances, maybe the real checks and balances were the friends we made along the way.
Yeah.
Because where are they now?
I know. And that's why I don't know if it's just the older I get, quote unquote, or if it's like the more we progress into this dystopian nightmare hellscape, the more I'm like, all that matters is the friends we made along the way, because
Literally.
That's all we have left.
Literally. That's it.
We have nothing else.
All we have
left.
is each other.
Yeah.
Anyway, did you have another poem, or was that?
Oh, I've got plenty.
The poem.
You know me. I've got a backlog into 2028.
I
know. So this one is a short one. It's called Potluck by L.E. Bowman.
Okay.
Women share pain like a potluck dinner. We come together, each carrying a steaming dish, unafraid to lift the lid and say, dig in. How do I make it better? Let me know what you think. It's a necessary magic, this gathering the ache and making it into a meal.
I love that. It's great. That's a good one.
It is a really good one. That idea, especially if you think of it as like a potluck is what you do when like someone dies or someone has a baby or like someone is in need. If you think of it like that, where it's like everybody brings their grief or their trauma and lifts the lid and says, how do I make this better?
Yeah.
And then everybody kind of like collaborates about it.
Yeah.
And it takes a village, they always say, but honestly, like you need to have that sort of community participation in order to make a meal out of the ache.
Totally. Yeah.
So, yeah.
Good stuff.
In case anybody didn't know what the theme of the podcast was yet.
I know. I had breakfast with some friends this morning, the same friends that we saw yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
And because it was both of our birthdays recently. And so we all went out to breakfast, and they were saying how the big themes of the podcast are the patriarchy and friendship and I forget what the other
grief
one was. Yeah, grief, but obviously it wouldn't be an episode without the pursuit of happiness without bringing up the patriarchy or telling the homies you love them. So so on that note, we will catch you next time, and you know where to find us. Instagram @yappiness_pod. Email us yappiness_pod@gmail.com. Okay, bye.
Bye.